Hey everybody, welcome back to Arlie at Home. I'm Arlie and I am getting my day started. We have so many things going on right now. We're remodeling a bathroom. I have a lot of work that I'm working on right now with furniture renovations and epoxy and things like that. That's what I do for my business, and working on videos for you guys. But I wanted to share the Not My Husband's Cornbread that I had promised I was going to do in the last video. And we're going to get started with that this morning. Today is President's Day. My son is sleeping in because he doesn't have school right now, which is good for him. And I'm taking advantage that I'm here in the house. I'm going to get a lot of work done ahead, moving things along a little bit further because I'm here and I'm focused on my house and on my home today. So let's get started on the cornbread. So typically, I would put this into a big like 9x13 baking dish or an 8x8 and bake it, and that would be our side dish for dinner, just cut up into squares. But today I'm taking advantage because my parents are going to be swinging by on their way back home. They've kind of been pinballing through the state for the weekend since they don't have to work today, and they're going to be stopping off here before they head back home. They live on the West Coast, and I'm going to be making it in corn muffin style, so they can take some home with them because it is a good amount. So let's get started. We are going to need one mixing bowl, 2 containers of Jiffy corn mix, 2 eggs, half a stick of butter or a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons, however you want to measure that, and 1 14-ounce can of cream style sweet corn. That's it. That's all it takes. Nothing else. Just kidding. A pinch of sugar at the end, but I'll show you that afterwards. Let me grab just a regular spatula, nothing fancy. No fancy tools here. We're gonna open our Jiffy corn mix, and we're gonna blend it all together. This is a really simple recipe. It's just kind of dump and go kind of deal. Uncomplicates your life. My 2 containers of Jiffy corn mix. Before we keep going, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 400 degrees. While we work, oven's gonna be heating up and it'll be ready to go as soon as you're ready to go. To the corn muffin mix. You're gonna break it up a little bit so you don't have really big bumps in here and lumps and stuff. It does, from packaging, get a lot of lumps in it. No big deal though, we're just gonna break them up. And that'll break up while you're mixing it all together, but if I could avoid it, I will. Okay, I'm gonna add the butter. And then the eggs. Here's my coffee. So the eggs, I crack the eggs one at a time into a separate ramekin and then add it in there. The reason for that is you never know when you're going to get a bad egg, and you never know when you're going to get shell that falls off. Now there is a trick for it. A lot of people like to crack their eggs on the side of a ramekin, a bowl, or a cup, or anything, a pan. You don't want to do that. That's how you get shells inside your eggs, because you're cracking it inward. If you take the egg and you hit it on a flat surface, the shell just cracks and you don't have to worry about getting shells inside majority of the times. Things happen. But for the most part, cracking on a flat surface has never steered me wrong. So those eggs are good. And we'll toss them in there. But as a general rule, I always crack them on the side because you just never know, and it's better safe than sorry. And if you get a bad egg, you can just toss it and you're not ruining your entire batter. Let's move this off to the side, and let's open our can of cream style corn. You're gonna add the entire can in there, the whole shebang, and just mix it up. Now, traditional cornbread doesn't have the actual corn in it. I understand that. Trust me, I get it. I know. This is not traditional. This is my cornbread. And I like it like this. Besides, it sneaks a little extra something nutritious into my son's meal, so I'll take it every single time. Okay, batter's ready to go. We can just set it aside, wait for the oven to heat up, and then place it into our baking dish. Okay, so the oven's almost completely preheated, and I want to get started on prepping the muffins. That's my sidekick, Rex. He never leaves my side. Okay, so we have a 12 count muffin pan, and we're gonna line them with these regular baking cups. Now, typically I wouldn't really worry about lining this with the baking cups because you're gonna have them here with dinner and they're just gonna be stored in the house. But since I'm gonna be taking some or giving some to my parents, rather, and they're gonna be transporting it all the way to the other side of the state, I'd rather have them in the cup so they retain their shape throughout the drive. Like, I would hate for them to get there and their muffins are a mess in the back seat. Okay, so now, in order to make these even and perfect all the way through, 1 ice cream scoop. That's it. So we're just gonna scoop up a full scoop and put it into the muffin pan. Like that. See? Just like that. So every time you scoop a muffin, it's even. That ensures that everyone gets the same amount and that they cook evenly. Because if you have one muffin that has a huge amount of batter and the other one that doesn't, the one that doesn't have the huge amount of batter is eventually going to burn because the other one has to cook. So this is an easy way, without having a very hard time, to just spread it evenly across, and you don't have to think twice about it. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. So that 12 muffins perfect. Now, I'm going to show you my secret. Nobody knows about this, and I'm sharing it with you right now. So the secret, a little bit of sugar. So we're just gonna sprinkle the tiniest little bit, like a little tiny, like when I say the tiniest bit, like that, over each one of the muffins, so that they get a little kind of like sugary goldenness over the top. That gives a really, really just good contrast of flavor between the sweet and the salty. And that's it. We're good to go. These are ready to go into the oven, and they're gonna bake for 12 to 13 minutes. But I like to set a timer for 10 minutes so I can check it ahead of time just in case. Okay, center rack, 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, everybody, the timer just went off for 10 minutes. I'm gonna take a bamboo skewer and carefully test the muffins to see if they're done. Okay, they are absolutely not. Here, let me show you. That's what your skewer looks like. If it, oh my god, my hair looks crazy. That's what your skewer looks like if it's not ready. It's all wet. When it's ready and it's cooked and completely all the way through done, it'll come out clean. So we're gonna give it another 3 minutes and we'll come back and check again. Stick with me. Okay guys, I left them in for a total of 5 more minutes. Let's test them out. Oh yeah. You see the difference? That's a clean toothpick. So let's take these out. And we're going to Turn off the oven. Don't need that anymore. Look at those corn muffins. They're beautiful. And you can see the glistening on the top from the sugar. Just a little bit of shine, but it adds a whole other flavor profile. I hope you enjoy these. Thank you so much for sharing with me. If you guys enjoy my videos and my content, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell so that you can be notified every time I make a video. If you have any comments, please share them with me. I love to learn. I love to share what I know, and we become a better community if we just share and we teach each other and we learn from each other. Thank you again for sharing with me. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy these corn muffins.